Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another Thursday Thoughts episode. Thursday Thoughts is more kind of my spiritual motivational videos where we kind of talk more about God, Jesus, that sort of thing, because I am a Christian and church is a huge part of my life and I love to encourage through God's word and stuff like that. So I've been implementing devotion into Thursday Thoughts. So that is exactly what we are going to be doing today. I have a Bible app that gives me a verse every single day. And every single verse that I have on Thursdays, I will be sharing that in my Thursday Thoughts episode with you guys. So let's get into it. So today's verse is Psalms 121:2 says, "My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth." I cannot explain to you guys how much I love this verse. I am a devotion person. So, anytime I come across different verses or come across, some of my favorite verses, I am always, excited because it just gives me a reminder of, who God is. And, everything that you need is in God. It's not always going to be in people or things, but, everything, that you need is in God. And you have to place your eyes on the hills and not, the problem or people that's causing the problem. And what some of you don't know is that there's a lot of people who may seem like they have it together, but in reality they are halfway out of their mind because they are in a struggle season, causing themselves so much more anxiety because they're too focused or too consumed with how to figure it out versus, trying to let God figure it out. It's not your business to figure it out. You have to be willing to trust God enough to, when you leave stuff in God's hands, that you make sure it stays there, because God, he knows the outcome of your situation. He knows how much better it's going to be after you've suffered, after you've endured, and your situations are not, of course, going to be easy, because situations are problems, they're issues, they're things that we don't want to deal with. But, God, sometimes those situations is what God uses for his glory. And, it's gonna level you up, it's gonna allow you to have a greater understanding of something later, and it could be also something to reveal, in your own life. And so the hymn "Great is Thy Faithfulness" is one of my favorite hymns because the part where it says, "All I have needed, my hand has provided." God has everything you need. And there's so much that I've endured within the past 4 to 6 years of my life. And, it's devastating to say this, but it's just kind of like whatever happens now happens. It's just like, I've already been through so much that it's just like, okay, I'm not shocked by anything anymore. It's just like, I've been through so much that like anything could happen. I'm just like, okay. And it's just like, every time something happens and comes up, I'm just like, God, do whatever you need to do, because you've amazed me before. Every time when I've expected the worst, you've given me your best, and just do it again. Just do it again, because I don't understand what you're doing, but I know you're supposed to be doing what you're doing, so I'm gonna let you keep going. And you have to ask God, allow me to have the patience and ability to follow your hand in a season where I don't understand, and God does just that. He sends people that I can depend on, during that season to help me, and it makes things so much easier. He'd be just randomly dropping certain lyrics in my head, and then that song is on repeat the entire day, and that's my theme song for the day because it's just keeping me going. And God, he has such an amazing yet mind-blowing way of revealing things. And so you just got to keep your eyes to the hills, because the more you look back and the more you look at problems and situations and people who didn't do you right, you're going to stress yourself out, and you're going to have a lot more resentment, but when you have time, go listen to No Way by Shelby Five, which is one of my favorite groups ever. And I really feel like this devotion and that song will really tie in together, and it will definitely make sense when you listen to that song, and you'll just be able to put the dots together and connect what I'm really saying, because you have to remember that your help comes from Jesus, and there's nothing too hard for him because he understands everything and he sees everything. And so yeah, that is it for today's devotion. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Always remember that your help comes from the Lord. He is everything that you need. He has everything that you need. He can do everything, anything for you. You just have to be willing to keep your eyes on him, keep your faith in him. And just because you are a Christian does not mean that you are excluded from life's troubles and life's tragedies, but it means that you have someone to walk with you when those things happen. And so I pray that in a season where you don't quite understand everything that you are going through, that through the peace of God, you will overcome. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, share, comment, do all the things. Follow me on social media, Snapchat, TikTok, and Instagram. And I will see you guys later.